Video is universal and allows us to communicate and exchange ideas all around the world. Chad Hurley, co-founder of YouTube. So, you want to be a YouTuber, eh? This video is for those of you who either have YouTube channels or have an interest in being better presenters on YouTube. I've struggled for years on camera on this platform, and despite it being a daunting process at the beginning, I've learned so many lessons along the way that have helped me and my team prepare these videos for our amazing community, which is you. This is exactly why in this week's episode of MasterTalk, I'm going to teach you how to present incredibly well for your YouTube videos. So let's start broadcasting ourselves. Number one, the only communication style that works on YouTube is the one that works for you. Just because I'm happy, extroverted, and energetic when I present on YouTube doesn't mean you have to. In fact, I worry sometimes that the way I present on video is a misrepresentation of what you can actually do and what you actually want to produce. Let me give you an example. There's so many great introverted creators on the platform who have way more subscribers and way more success than I do on YouTube. Creators like Lana Blakely, Roberto Blake, and The Holistic Psychologist. These are three examples of channels where the creator is very introverted, and you can tell by the way they speak. But they have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of subscribers, depending on which channel you're referring to, which leads to the following conclusion. There is no right style of communication for YouTube, just the one that works for you over time. The real advice that matters here is you need to just start. It's impossible to develop your style for YouTube until you've presented enough times on camera. In fact, the first year I was on YouTube, I completely wrote off the entire experience. I just presented in my basement every single week for a year until I built up the experience on camera to then hire a professional team, namely my creative director, to produce all of this professionally. But I didn't really know how to present on video when I got started. And that's why I encourage you to press that record button, do it consistently, and do not worry about the results until you're at least 1 year into the process. Number two, presenting a video should be like telling a story to an old friend. Let's use a quick example here. Let's say that you haven't seen your old friend in 10 years. If you're meeting them for the first time in over a decade, how would you show up for that conversation? What energy would you bring? Well, you probably wouldn't sound like, yeah, it's great to see you, Bob. No, you would be excited to be there. Maybe you wouldn't be crazy extroverted like me, but you would probably have a smile on your face. You'd be excited to talk through your ideas, show them as much detail as possible before the conversation ends. And I find that the image of the person we speak to across this camera is just as important as the content itself. Because if we're not focused on the people who love us, the three people at the beginning who love our videos, then it's a lot harder to show up. Because if we focus on the haters and the people who are criticizing our videos, then our energy will start to go down. Our shoulders will start to fold. We won't get as excited to present for the people who want to hear from us. And that's why I encourage all of you to show up for the people that you want to make an impact for. And generally, those people will be your close family members when you get started with your YouTube channel, because those are the people who will probably be your first subscribers. And then over time, as your channel grows and as your confidence grows, more importantly, your personality that you have in the real life, in the real world, will start to shine on camera, even if it takes a few months to a few years. And finally, number three, get to the point. For all of my keeners out there who want to be exceptional YouTubers, you need to understand this one, because anyone can be a YouTuber. But that also means that for the person consuming the video, they have an unlimited amount of choices. They can watch your videos or the millions of others out there. So my creative director and I spend so much time, not just during our shoots, but even in the editing process, to make sure that we're saying the most with the least possible words. And another way to do this as well, that I highly encourage some of you to do, is to write out your videos word for word. This video, I'm not using a teleprompter, but I have my laptop right next to me that shows me all of the ideas I have for this YouTube video. So this way, my ideas stay straight and I don't get lost as I'm speaking to you. One question you can also ask yourself to help you through this process is the following. How do I make sure that my video is the best video on that subject on the platform? And how can I share the same idea in less than 10 times more time? And if you start asking yourself these types of questions, you'll rethink your script, the way you convey ideas, so that you can say more with less and get to the point. As Chad Hurley says, video is the most interesting and engaging way to interact with the people around us. So I encourage you to share your ideas. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, you probably want to be a YouTuber if you're not one already. So I encourage you to share your ideas. If this 22-year-old, when I was 22, not now, but if this 22-year-old could share ideas on communication with no PhD in the topic, with the only goal of helping other people, imagine what you could do with your life and your YouTube channel. So I encourage you, because the world will always make room for passionate people. As always, if you enjoyed this week's episode of MasterTalk, be sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel as well to see more videos like this. And if you know one person who wants to be a YouTuber or is already one, be sure to send them this video so that they'll be one step closer to broadcasting themselves. Take care.